What's up, y'all? It's your boy Boss Cowboy bringing y'all another Measure Kool-Aid report. And this one is a thought that I'm obviously having because of the timing that we kind of sitting in right now. The timing of the Dallas Cowboys is a time in which we're getting closer to the trade deadline, which is November 1st. And so we are, watching teams that are contenders be aggressive. And that's what brings me to this particular Measure Kool-Aid report, which is about going all in. And Candy and I talked about this yesterday. I want to talk about it a little bit more because I thought that was the highlight of the show that we did together was, talking about, going all in. And before I talk about going all in, I also want to say, don't waste your time leaving a comment talking about what Stephen Jones is not going to do. Like, all of us know how the makeup of this team is, and we know the makeup of front office. So it's not about when you present ideas of what the Cowboys should do about what we think they're going to do or what we know front office is going to do. That's not my job. I don't think that's your job. Our job as fans is to tell them what we think they should do. Because none of us, in my opinion, should be making context strictly on what the Cowboys are going to do. What kind of boring channel would that be? We should be making trades, but we know they're not going to do it. Nah, that's not what I'm here for. And nor should you be listening to anybody that bases all their content on, this is what they should do, but they're not going to do it. So don't waste your time leaving a comment on Stephen Jones is not going to do it. I don't even care. It's about the ideas being put out there on what they should do. So when you look at teams around the league, like when you look at Buffalo and you look at even what Stephen Jones said himself, he said himself that when you make the Von Miller type of moves, when you are a playoff team that's trying to get over the hump. Well, if you don't see Stephen Jones and Will McClay and every other major decision maker that we just basically went 4-2 with a backup quarterback and still one of the better teams that's clearly headed directly for the playoffs, then, and you don't know that this is your time to be aggressive, then that talk was just cheap. That talk of what teams should be doing during times like this, you were just talking. You were just basically trying to get us to shut up about players like Von Miller. Because obviously Buffalo, you could say they didn't need Von Miller, but my dad used to always say, and I think it perfectly applies for the Cowboys, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Because, the Cowboys, yeah, we're a playoff team. We clearly headed directly towards the playoffs. But when it comes down to all in, teams that's clearly as good as we are should be now aggressive. And if you look at the patterns, when you look around the league, when teams are talented close-wise, they do overspend. Is what it is. Yes, you overspend. And you got to know that. You got to know, hey, this going to cost us more than what we willing to pay. But because we so close, we got to spend it. It's almost like having a perfect outfit, right? And yeah, I got the perfect outfit, but this outfit would be over the top with these Gucci shoes. Yeah, those Gucci shoes cost $300, and if I really had time to shop, I could get a better, I could get probably a better price. But hey, man, I got to get this outfit to kill right now because I ain't going to never have no chance to kind of go to this particular spot again. That's a weird example, but it's real though, And we had that opportunity here with the Dallas Cowboys. So we saw the Rams do it with Odell Beckham. Yeah, they did. We saw them do it. A lot of us were saying last year, oh, no, we don't need it. We good. We don't need Odell Beckham. If we say Odell Beckham right now, most people still going to be like, well, we don't need him. I think we're good. We're good. We don't need Odell Beckham, boss. He's a distraction. He's a diva. He doesn't fit. See, but then we all was sitting there like, wow, look what he's doing in the Super Bowl game. Wow, that diva was the main reason they won the Super Bowl. Him and Cooper Kupp. But it was aggressive. And it's almost like when you're talking about the game of poker and talking about really putting your chips all the way in, people that put their chips in got good hands. Or they bluffing. But when you put all your chips in, you confident in your hand. And that's the risk, and I'm just being all the way honest, that is the risk of what we're dealing with Stephen Jones, because that's the major problem with Stephen Jones. So, that's the problem with Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones has never had a sense of when it's time to go all in. Like historically, when the Dallas Cowboys hired Barry Switzer and was knocked off by San Francisco, Deion was a free agent, Deion Sanders. And he was playing for San Fran. And playing for San Fran, he was one of the main reasons in the NFC Championship game that we really didn't dominate San Fran, and was one of the main reasons we lost that game, which hurt us from having a potential 4-peat. We would have been the first team ever to 4-peat. So, or 3-peat. So then Deion, being on the market, wanted to come to Dallas. You know who was the only person that had a problem with it? Stephen Jones. Historically, what happened was Deion had a major, enormous price tag. But Jerry, being the businessman that he is, had a sense of, we too close, we need to spend. And I know he asking for double of what the normal corner market is. But let's get this championship and let's go all in. Overspend. And Jerry did it. Steven went up to Jerry. This is documented facts. Went up to Jerry and said, hey, I got some ideas on how to get Deion at a better price. Jerry told him, it's done. He said, what? He said, yeah, I did the deal. It's already done. We rocking with Prime. Stephen Jones got so mad, he jacked up Jerry against the wall. A physical altercation over budgets. During a time where salary cap wasn't even an issue. So I say all that to say that it's a long history of Stephen Jones thinking like an accountant versus a businessman or a football guy. He's so worried so many times about budgets down the line in 2024, 2025. Our guys, our way, our philosophy, that he don't see when you have a prime opportunity. Prime opportunity. That's why Prime is a perfect example for what I'm saying. A prime opportunity. Just like prime time, a prime opportunity. So that should have been common sense, right? Think about it. That should have been common sense. You taking the best corner to ever play the game, and it was clear then. You won't see another Deion for a whole nother 100 years. You'll likely find another Micah Parsons before you'll find another Prime. Somebody that had sure hands. Hands so good he could play professional baseball, and did. Didn't drop anything. His hands were so good that you was able to play him at receiver, kickoff return, punt return. The best ball skill man to ever play. Plus he had all world speed. Plus you was taking him from your division rival. that made it hard on you. Check, and he didn't get it. He didn't see the prime opportunity. Well, we have a prime opportunity right now, and that's why it's an all-in moment. And that's why I want to repeat what Candy and I talked about. We have a prime opportunity right now. Yeah, we're not as good as our team last year. I don't think our team is as talented as we was last year. I think our defense is better, but I think overall we're not as good. But it's not even about your talent individually in terms of your Super Bowl chances. Sometimes it's how the cards are dealt around the people that's around the poker table. So when you look at your opponents at the poker table and you holding a good hand, you sitting here holding a good hand. Our hand's so good, we went 4-2 with mostly a backup quarterback. We holding a good hand. Then you look around and you say, damn, wow, Seattle, who was historically a problem in our NFC, is rebuilding. They got a bad hand. Green Bay, they sitting here and they took the risk of not getting rid of, but they lost their best weapon to Aaron Rodgers, and it's affecting Green Bay. They got a bad hand. You look at Philly, and they pounding their chest about beating a backup quarterback. You got a bad hand. You got the New York Giants sitting here celebrating they 5-1, and they the most artificial 5-1 that we've ever seen. Bad hand. So you sitting here 4-2 with a good hand, getting ready to get more cards like Dak Prescott to be shuffled into your deck. Now your hand is even better. And so when I study the landscape and I say, man, the timing for us to be able to take advantage of a potential run is not just based on the talent of our team, but it's based on the weakness that's around us. So if there's ever been a time similar to prime to go all in, it's now. And so when we say go all in, we ain't even talking crazy. We talking about Roquan Smith. We talking about Shaq Thompson. We talking about cheap players like Sue. Like when you go all in, what you're doing is you're strengthening the parts of you that could be a weakness. We are looking at potential weakness in us being able to stop the run. We are looking at potential weakness on our offense. So we should be open for it all. Odell Beckham's, DJ Moore's, Mims. We should be open for it all to put all the chips in. All of them. So maybe, let's meet in the middle, Steven. Maybe DJ Moore is too high. Well, you could probably get Mims for a late round pick right now. Are you so stringent on your plan that you're not even open to give up a late round pick? Well, let's go look at your cards. You got second round picks like Kevin Joseph as gunners. You got a third round pick in Deshaun Wright, not even hardly playing. You got what was considered the steal of the draft in Cox. You're not even finding ways to get him on the field right now. So why are you hoarding picks? You're hoarding picks. You're hoarding your weight. You just hoarding picks. Go trade for a Mims. Okay, so maybe Shaq Thompson is too expensive. Especially when you go look at the price tag that McCaffrey went for to San Fran. They obviously trying to load up on picks, so they might be asking too much. Well, Roquan's still on his rookie deal. Yeah, you would be giving away maybe a pick for a 1-year rental, but you would be shoring up what is clearly an issue with your defense, and that's linebacker. So yeah, it's really time for us to really pound the table on going all in. We definitely have to November 1st. How do I think the Cowboys should do it? To me, the most prudent way to do it is give your young guys a chance for these next 2 weeks. Roll out Harper. Put Cox at the big nickel. No more putting cursing them down there at the linebacker positions and trying to get them to play linebacker. That's crazy. The guys that you actually acquired to play linebacker, let them young guys play. Watch them and grade them honestly these next 2 weeks. If they look like they got potential and they look like they go fill the hole and voids that we have, Cox at a big nickel, Harper at the middle, and it's looking good, and you see the potential, rock with it. But if you see in 2 weeks, yeah, we gave them boys a shot and it don't really look like they gonna be enough, put them chips in. Go ahead and give Tolbert a chance now. Stop just playing them on special teams. Really work him in the next 2 weeks. Work him in. Work him against Detroit. Work him against Chicago. Really see if your third rounder might have that if factor in Tolbert. Give him real targets and a real opportunity these next 2 weeks. If it don't work, Mims, DJ Moore, Odell Beckham. Do just what y'all did with Cooper in 2017. What did y'all do that? And it was 2018. I apologize. It was 2018. What did you do with Cooper? You gave receiver by committee 8 games. No, 7 games. We was 5-2. No, we weren't 5-2. We was 3-4. We was 3-4. We gave it 7 games. And in that 7 games, we gave receiver by committee a real chance. And then after we gave it a chance, it was like, all right, listen, we tried. It didn't work. Now let's go overspend. And at that time, it was considered overspending for Cooper to give up a first, especially with his reputation coming from the Raiders. It was truly considered overspending. But we know that paid off. We know that paid off. I think that's exactly how we should do it now to meet in the middle, Mr. Stephen Jones. I think that's exactly what we should do. Give your young guy concept a chance, but you have to commit to giving these young guys a real chance. Not some of the young guys like you doing, all of your young guys, especially in the places to where we seem to struggle lately, which is receiver as a group, linebacker as a group, and maybe the zero tech position, the nose tackle position. So that's what I think we should do right now in this all-in moment. Put the word out there right now that we need to be open to overspend. Overspend. Just go ahead and accept it. Again, don't waste your time coming to this channel saying Steven ain't gonna do it. Just keep that coming. Because we already know how he wired. We know he's more than likely not gonna do it. But that should not stop any of us from saying what we should be doing right now. So please don't do it. If you do it, you trying to piss me off. It's not gonna work. But I really want us to stop that altogether. Stop the talk of they not gonna do it. They not gonna do it. Like, we not in this to talk about what they not gonna do. We here to talk about what they should be doing and what's a good idea. Like, we all know the makeup of this team, so just don't waste your time on that. So anyway, man, this is another Measure Kool-Aid report, something that I'm very passionate about. I think we got about a 2-week window. That's something we should be very loud about, seizing the moment in this 2-week window, just like San Fran seizing the moment, just like Buffalo seized the moment, just like the Rams seized the moment. So it's teams out here with good hands, know they got good teams, and they putting they chips in. Dallas, don't fall for that and think that you got enough with these young guys to where you don't want to play poker right now and you don't want to be aggressive. You got the team that you probably might not ever see again. When is the next time when do you ever think we gonna have a LT type playing with a Lawrence? We might not ever see this again. We might not ever see this type of health again. We might not ever lose our starting quarterback and still yet win 4 games again. So this ain't the time to be cocky. This is the time to be thankful but yet aggressive. Y'all stay up, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like this type of content, because I'm going to continue to bring it to you. Y'all stay up. Peace.